My Temu and the Shein orders are here. I can show you the haul and give you first impressions, but not real first impressions, because as things were coming in, I was checking them out. I do have complaints. I do have thoughts. We're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna start off with the Shein haul. And the first item that arrived in one of these. And I was like, I didn't order Amazon. These are the Shein lashes I ordered. Delivered in one of those little Prime vans, the blue ones. With Temu, if you're doing local warehouse, you're also going to have certain items delivered in a van, and more than likely in a Prime packaging. There's nothing wrong with checking Amazon, checking Shein, and checking Temu, because there are third-party sellers that literally have their items listed on all three, if not more, platforms, such as, let's add TikTok into the mix. And so what's happening is the price points are going to be different depending on the platform. It's usually more expensive over on Amazon. On Shein, it might be one price point, and then on the Temu, it'll be another. And TikTok, I always see things on TikTok, and then I'll go over to Temu to find the price point. Literally the same sellers, it's just cheaper over on Temu. So this is going to be item number one. These are going to be lashes. This is so annoying to me. Like, they have this whole backing. They could put the sticker back here, but they didn't. They are putting the sticker up front, which it's kind of like, okay, so which lashes are these? I'm going to open her up so we can see. Oh, they come right out. Does that even make sense? They're not even pressed in right. Okay, so I won't be able to really like flip her flat because they're gonna come right out. But this is what your 5-pack is going to look like. They are individually wrapped because these are the self-adhesive one. Yes, we are gonna give them a try. And the lash is already pre-glued and ready to go. That top strip is extra glue. So notice where the lash band is. Like the base of the lash, she's already shiny. That's your self-adhesive glue. That's what's holding the lash onto this little casing. So say that you've used the lashes 2 to 3 times, you need to replace the glue. All you have to do is pull away that little strip of black glue and then pop your lash on that top black strip right there, and then you can reuse your lashes. So I think that's actually kind of cool because I didn't know that it was gonna come with extra glue. I think this is a really good concept. I think it's a good idea for anyone that has issues with the glue sticking or don't know how to do it. The only thing is I don't like that these are just coming right out. At this point, you have to really look at the shape to make sure that you're not putting the wrong one on the wrong side. I also ended up getting this here, which Miss Ty saw already. She has been harassing me. So you're getting 40 cubes. You have beads, you have letters, you have extra accessories, and she's really excited because this is what she's been looking for. Yes, there's rubber bands all over my floor. It's always a mess, but the kids like it. So I also ended up getting the pimple patches, which I thought were coming in a box. Apparently 360 pieces. It's fine. I ended up getting, I think it was like 750 pieces off of Temu. I've had them for over a year. And now with Miss Ty, and she's been using pimple patches a lot as well. So I thought it was important to make sure that I had some in stock. I'm running low. I think I have like 1 or 2 sheets left. In this case, you have a whole, yeah, this is exactly what I'm familiar with. So you have 2 different shapes and you have a whole bunch of these little sheets in here. They're transparent, waterproof, non-drying, and hypoallergenic. Here we have another bag, which I'm assuming is the rest of the Shein stuff. We are correct. Here are the little lashes that I thought were super fun, because if you don't want to do a full strip, you don't have to. You can just use the outer ones. Typically, I would trim this much off of my lashes, so I would probably stick to the first 3 to give me like this kind of effect. But I think these are pretty cool because the band is clear and there's gaps in between. So it kind of eliminates that guesswork of where do I cut it. And you can also cut them into clusters if you wanted to. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm not mad at it. And you get 10 sets. And then these are supposedly the individuals. These are the individuals that are self-adhesive, but they don't look like they're self-adhesive. But it said self-adhesive. This is the set. These are not self-adhesive, but the listing said they were. Where's my phone? Now it says, sorry, the item has been removed. Those are not self-adhesive. I got played. I got played big time. Okay, Shein, I've got issues with you. So these are going to be the clusters that you're going to have to apply glue to because they're not self-adhesive. Even though the listing said it was self-adhesive, I'm annoyed. Okay, so I got played on that one. Let's get into Temu. I'm actually pretty excited about Temu, but also I have complaints. Here is the organizer. I built it. Look how big it is. Hold on. So that's your size of the organizer. And it's like the perfect size for that corner in the bathroom that I was talking about. Because girl, like I need to like stock up toilet paper, my ladies essentials, the setting spray. Look at me and makeup. The spray, like the air freshener for the bathroom and stuff like that. So I thought this would be convenient. And again, the one that I have, it has a drawer. It's annoying. It's stupid. It's tiny. It's just not working for me. This is kind of like a weird, I don't know what this is made of because it's not compressed wood, but it's also not plastic, but it's also not foam, but it feels like all three. The way to put it together was like a puzzle, literally a puzzle. So I really don't know what it's made of, but it was very easy and it's going to be sturdy for what I need it for. Very lightweight, as you can see. So I'm happy with that. And it came in like in a very simple box. It wasn't even that serious. So that's pretty cool. I dropped the box. Let's get into a complaint. I had to grab my other chair. Let's get into a complaint. So I got this little baggie here, you know, the earrings. I'm going to show you a photo here on screen of the earrings, the way that they're listed. I did screenshot it because I was like, there's no way that this is what I got. I have two issues. Issue number one is the size. You see the size, right? The size looks like maybe something smaller than this. These are the photos of what I was supposed to get, and this is what I got. This is what I got. I'm sorry, but this does not look like that. And like I told you guys when I went through the comparison, the price points and all of that, which I'm going to link that video below because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to know all the prices and stuff like that for this product. I did say how, you know, it's no secret that when it comes to Shein, Temu, and nowadays even Amazon, sellers will use photoshopped pictures. So, I mean, for the price point, again, I guess it's okay because I could give these to Miss Ty. Not. Here's the bigger problem. Forget about the size. It is what it is. They're here. So I figured, okay, well, you know, Ty could use them. No, they're tarnished. Do you see how certain spots are already like turning? Even this part here that goes in the ear. Do you see that dark spot? There's a ton of dark spots all over. All over. And I'm hoping the camera picks it up. Look on this side. See how it's turning? That's kind of gross. And that's both of them. So I'm at a point where would I even give these to Ty? No. And the sad part is, again, I've ordered from Temu's international warehouse and I've never had this issue. I'm not happy about it. So I am going to report this. I'll send them back if they want them back because this is going to be a no-no. So 2 issues with this item here. This here is my fault. Remember how I wanted the ones that were all egg shaped? I guess I didn't look at the pictures properly, maybe, because look at that shape. That's not the shape that I wanted. I did get a whole bunch of the egg dropped ones. Not that I will never use these. It's just not my preferred ones. But now that I have them, I'm going to suck it up and use them. I love the shades though. I love the colors. This is what the baggie is going to look like when you get them like in bulk. They also have like 100 packs and stuff like that. This here is my preferred shape, and this set comes with extras. The thing is, I remember comparing and looking at the pictures from all my research. I made it a point to get a bag in bulk that was literally all this shape, and that's where I was like taking forever to select my sponges because that's what I wanted, yet this is what I receive. And then when I go over to the listing, I'm seeing these as the main pictures, and I was like, okay. So I'm choosing to believe that I missed it and I made a mistake over thinking that the seller went in and changed up the pictures, because I think that would be a bit much in my opinion. I got my massager and look how it came. So I did open it because I was like, oh my gosh, what if like it's broken? It's not broken, but this is how it arrived. And here's the thing, it did come inside of a bag. The bag was fine. The bag did not look stretched or like it had been ripped or like something happened to it, but the box came like this. So I'm assuming the seller sent it that way. I'm not sure, but here's my massager and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna get the charger and the instructions out. I don't need this torn up box. But here's my massager. It is exactly what I was hoping for. Entonces she's gonna look like so underneath. They have one that also does suction, almost like that cupping. But I heard that for like what I want it for, you should not try to do the cupping. I am gonna use this to massage my hips and my thighs to reduce the inflammation of my lipodema, possible lipodema. But anyway, so it does come with juice as always, which is great. And you kind of press and hold. She turns on, the light went red. You can either choose to do heat therapy. It does get warm and it goes up to, I don't remember, was it 20? Right, so it goes up to 20 and then it hits the reset button. It does get pretty warm, but not enough to like burn you, so you don't have to worry about it. And then the massaging also goes up to 20 as well. The massage feels really nice. I used it on Juan's back. He goes, oh, I really, really, really like that. So that's nice. And I feel like these little bristles, see, it's getting warm already. These little like metal bristles with the vibration and the heat just do the most. I got my little razors. This is not something that I can like review right now because I have to try them in order to tell you whether they're great or not. But I did get the 5-pack. I want to take a look at them to see. Depending on the razor and the listing, sometimes the very edge could be a little too sharp and not like properly made, can cut your skin. So you always want to do a test run prior to using these like all over your face. So I would always try to test run it on the brows first and see how that works. And then if you don't feel any scratch or like anything way too sharp, then of course you're good to go for the face. But I'm so excited because I have not removed my peach fuzz in a minute and it's time, girl. And then I feel like I'm also gonna go in and shape the brow a little better. Entonces this here is the bag to organize all of my wires. You see there's a wire there. I'm not even gonna show you on top of that dresser up there. I literally have like a basket filled with wires. So this here, I wasn't sure how big it was going to be, but I'm loving the size. They had it in different colors too, but I went with the gray because I always gravitate towards the color black. But I thought this would be convenient to just kind of like place all my individual chargers and wires and my SD cards. I have so much of it. A lot of it has to go. Like I can put it away in the closet, but a lot of it does have to stay out. And I will be traveling in the next few weeks. So I need to make it a point to have something that's compact that I can throw in my backpack with my laptop because I will be working while I travel. And I thought this would be really convenient. This actually though, although it's like an organizer, this would be great too as a makeup bag if you don't care about it being not pretty, because you can put like your lip glosses and like your beauty sponge here, your compacts. It's a nice bag for sure. The zipper on the inside is not well made though, I'll tell you that, because like I had to kind of like do one of these. It was already separating, so the zipper on the inside is a little on the cheap side, but it's fine. The bag arrived. It looks kind of lame because of the fact that it came out of another bag, but it's a nice kind of thick, it's faux leather. It's kind of thick. The zipper on this on the outside is a really nice heavy duty zipper. I like the vibe. I like the style. I think it's kind of like very me. Heavy duty, but I can still dress it up and make it look cute. I love this detail. Don't ask me why. It does nothing, but this is the main thing that I saw about the bag that I was like, ooh, I want. And then the inside is literally like an open concept, open space kind of bag. There's literally nothing special going on in there. You do have a zipper on the inside with lining just in case you wanted to pop something in there. And then you have the shoulder strap. Although I feel like I would probably carry the shoulder strap inside in case I changed my mind. But this is one of those things that I can kind of do one of these. And I mean, look at it size-wise. I think it's a really good size, right? What do you guys think size-wise? I think it's a good size. I'm not even mad at her. And I can fit so much in here. I ended up getting the very last package, which happens to be the Air Cushion Mask Fit. They're not even trying to hide it. Look, Mask Fit Cushion Foundation. This is supposed to be a dupe, or it's trying to be a dupe for the Tear. Now, I got comments saying, oh, I wonder if it's similar to the Tear original. We are definitely going to test it out. Oh, I always do something here. Packaging wise, no. This here though, they're really, really testing it. It is smaller. Here's the Tear, and here is the dupe from the Temu. This here happens to be kind of like the travel size of this one because Tear did release a tiny version. When you open the Tear, you get your mirror and then you get the Tear sponge. Same thing with the Temu version one. Teeny tiny mirror, sponge, and the sponge is literally the same as the Tear, it just doesn't say Tear. I Why is their foundation like sticking out the side? That's kind of gross looking. That's weird. There's foundation on the outside, but it's sealed on the inside. I ended up getting shade 5. That's gonna be Toffee. Is this gonna work for yours truly? It's fragrance, but I can't tell you what it's fragranced like. I can't make it out. I might be able to pull her off. It feels a little different than the Tier. My Tier is going to be in 31N French beige, and it's like my perfect shade. So because there were questions, everyone's inquisitive as to whether or not these would be similar in formula. When I do the try on of this foundation, I will do the dupe on one side and then the Tier on the other, and we'll compare it. It dries down, and you can't even tell where the foundation is, so that's pretty cool. That was everything I got out of Shein and Temu. We've got a whole bunch of hits, and then we've got some misses. But now that you've seen everything I hauled, you have first impressions, and we realize that these here are not self-adhesive, which is kind of annoying. I want to hear you guys' thoughts, so make sure you let me know in the comments, what do you think about the items? Are you as picky with your sponges as I am? And are you looking forward to seeing the comparison of these two bases? And before we go anywhere, we have to say hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining, all you have to do is hit the join button below and you're good to go. Our daily shout out to the community spotlight, who YouTube is highlighting for interacting in my videos the most. That means you're watching all the way through, you're hitting the like button, and you're commenting as we go along, which I really appreciate it, so thank you. Now, if you've made it all the way through, you are a real one. I truly hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.